the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25. Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end you doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple of years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate number one threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end you, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former number one overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby.
A big play right out of the gate on the first play. 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. In motion comes Thomas. A first down throw for Lawrence. Open man downfield, that's Ingram. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play is not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his big tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. To take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Now, following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Williams going to throw on the first play. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Now Williams going to keep it himself. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. We'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third and short yardage. Here's Williams. This one is taken in downfield. Incompletion. And he will score. Odunze. Touchdown Bears. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Now Carlos Santos to add the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bears come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense going to take over now for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Here's 1st and 10. Right side, but incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll give it to Etienne on the option. Travis Etienne! And he's going to take this Etienne, touchdown Jaguars. So they take it the distance. The running back carry it. Greg, looks like a little EA college football type play, but we see more and more of it in the NFL every day.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to the play is the threat of the quarterback pulling it and keeping it himself. You see the defender on the end of the line. That's his read. He gets caught flat-footed. Next thing you know, the running back has it through the crease, and he's gone.
Little on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars will move out to a 14-7 lead. Touchdown, has to kick this one away. Scott now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now Williams. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Williams. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
That's caught. It's the tight end, Kmet. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Chicago.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. That's to the right side and incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. A good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So 4th down, and the Aussie, Torrey Taylor, on to kick it away. Back deep for Jacksonville, that's Devin Duvernay. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Man in motion here is Washington. They show can't sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. We are through 1. It's the Jaguars on top. We're back to Soldier Field after this. First and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That's caught once again by Ingram. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's 3rd and 2. Lawrence now. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
ETN now on 1st and 10. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. To throw is Lawrence. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run it here with ETN. Powering forward. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars will take a 21-7 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And he goes sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Off play action. Here's Williams. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. And a Lucas ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Swift. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They will run it over center with Swift. The Bears are going to be set up on a first and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take it on in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Chicago. Santos for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bears draw closer here. It's 21-14. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Welcome back to Soldier Field. Following this, Kirk is the motion man. Lawrence now on 2nd down. This one complete to Washington. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
2nd down, Lawrence. Quick run, taken in. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and really going to stop that play really before it got started. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in balance.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. A play fake, and a throw with Williams. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That is caught downfield by Dunze. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Williams to the air once more. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Gonna get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Throwing again, Williams. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On 4th down, it's Carlos Santos on for the Bears field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Jaguars are out on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime reports. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. First and 10 now from the 36. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Taking off, and he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Throwing on second down, Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third and a yard. They'll put Everett in motion here. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he'll get to the 48. It's going to be good enough. They'll pick up a first down. Williams going to keep it on the zone read. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
Left side, now Dunze. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
So, not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. Here's a handoff to Swift. He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal. Another run here, another run by Swift. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put it at the 9-yard line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
On third down, it's Williams. That is caught, and he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line. So now it is 4th and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Santos following the made field goal. Back out to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Now to throw on first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
We'll go back to ETN on first down. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. On first and 10, Lawrence. Going downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
So first off, nice job picking up enough for the first down. But I got to be honest, Mike, when he caught it, I thought he was going to put his foot in the ground and get physical and run through contact and try to score. I'm not so sure why he just so quickly ran out of bounds, even though he was able to pick up the first.
That one, take it in. Christian Kirk, touchdown Jaguars.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Little On now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will extend this third quarter lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. This drive will begin with a run by Swift, and he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On the option, it's Swift, and he'll get forward for a couple. Boye looking with the play. They need 8 as they come up for third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll check this down to Swift. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll go. It's Swift. And he indeed picks up a Bears first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Now he'll run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
On On second down, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
This is an RPO, and quickly they'll hit Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's first and goal.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. Give up the middle with Swift. And it'll be a gain here down to the 12-yard line. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. To throw, it's Williams. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Keenan Allen, touchdown Bears.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So let's see if the Bears can keep it rolling as they go for two. To throw is Williams. In trouble, and down he goes.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Washington now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jags offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Off he goes.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
Here's second and 9. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Now Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And that'll move the sticks. First down. Up to the 40.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one is caught by Kirk. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run. It's ETN. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. A minute 57 to go in the game. Third down, 3 to go. They'll drop to throw. And over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with a minute 50 left in the game. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Once again, it's ETN. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here we go. One final play. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.